episode
9,672.
We're too young, girl.
No, first of all, we're here with the movers, guys. This is legit. I'm Kat.
I'm Nikki.
We're two young girls, so much to talk about. Welcome to Couch to Couch. Yeah.
My name is Steve. I am a mover.
My name is Matt. I am a mover. My name is Ryan. I am a mover.
No way! Crazy!
So what does a mover do?
Oh, they hate that question.
It's a loaded question. Right now, we're creating a movement. A community of people that are taking action towards their passions. And we're doing it collectively.
My curiosity is like, do you each have like an individual, like clear-cut like passion or like thing that, for example, like since I'm a little girl, I wake up every day and I'm just like, I want to be a star. I don't care. I want to act. I want to sing. I want to perform. Like every single day, it's what I wake up and think about, and what I think about before I go to bed. Is there like a thing, like a one specific thing that you guys each feel your soul yearns for?
I can't talk for them. I can't talk at all. I can talk now. I just like to make shit. I like to make cool shit. Like, I like producing StatFest. I like producing videos with you guys. I like being at the Brochler Mansion and doing all that. Like, like to be on the production side and like kind of behind the scenes.
Well, you also are a photographer, yeah?
I do photography. I do audio engineering. I do a lot of different things. And I have this camera here. It's on a tripod. I don't do much with that.
Ow.
I grew up in like a musical household. Dad's a music teacher and performer. My brother's a performer.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, Dad.
I think I grew up saying that I knew what I wanted to be. I think that's why I liked what we did with Movers, was that I just have so many different things I want to be.
Were there like a few things that like...
I mean, growing up, I loved playing video games, and at a certain point, I loved playing guitar. And then my mindset switched. I got into, I guess, societal pressure and ended up going for physical therapy.
I see you now, and I see how like each of those things lives in your life, because like with video games, I think that translates really well into like the way you vlog. And then I think, obviously guitar, friends music, and StatFest and all that good stuff. And then physical therapy, you're a yogi now.
I'm literally realizing this now and sitting here. I'm thinking like, if I knew what a mover was when I was younger, I probably would have picked that.
I think I've always loved like coming up with ideas. Like that's like my favorite thing. Like, and I think it wasn't until we came up with Movers where it was just like an overwhelming amount of ideas and nothing was happening. And they were just stuck in my head, and like that was the most annoying thing.
Frustrating.
So that was like the original reason, like why I was like, Steve, Matt, like let's do something, because like I just needed to do something with these ideas. And then now watching them actually come to life and like work with other people, like I think that's just like the why, is just to keep creating and keep collaborating with other people that are creating and seeing what you can make.
Getting back. What were some of like the hobbies that you like tried out growing up?
Made some movies.
Yeah, we did make movies.
Right?
Yeah.
We
It's
had
like y'all always knew.
Wait, tell them the Mafia movie.
But
That's
like,
funny.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta know.
So,
We'll send you the whole thing.
my dad had like an
Headspace.
old camera.
On
I don't
iPhone.
know what camera it was, but it was like for like filming like baby videos and stuff. And me and Matt, before the Mafia movie, we made a kung fu film.
Yeah.
Poorly. It was just me and Matt fighting each other with sticks.
Fighting the sticks.
I don't know
and
if I can
air.
find
We're
it.
hitting the air.
Yeah, we're hitting the air,
Make portals
and all the
and
music
shit.
was Zeppelin music. It was just like a Led Zeppelin album to me and Matt punching air.
That's
and
so
shit.
amazing.
Funny. I'm pretty sure like you've definitely done like your sister and your cousin, you guys made all that stuff, and then me and my cousin, we were hard into YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube
YouTube
was
whole.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, then we got into guitar. There was like a whole music community, and we were like collaborating with people in the Netherlands and Brazil.
Mhm.
So
Jamino
cool.
Pagino,
Yeah,
know that guy?
yeah.
Come on, internet.
Being artists on Long Island, it's sometimes a little bit harder to break out of what feels like such a specific circle. Like I know for me, like I had to leave because I felt like I outgrew like the gigs I was playing. I kept kind of going in this rotation, and I was like, okay, I don't feel like I'm breaking in through another layer for myself. So it was cool for me to be able to like exit quick, go experience some new things, and then come back. That's what I feel like the internet helped you guys do too, you know?
Ryan has the ideas. I like to make the ideas. Like Matt likes to get the ideas out there. Like that's kind of how the
Nice.
team operates. It's how we work. It's like Ryan always coming up with these crazy ideas, and then I'm always like pestering him with questions like, how do we make that work? How do like really narrowing the vision, and then Matt's just like,
let's vlog it.
What is it? Let's get it out there. Like, let's do it.
What about Wooklyn?
What is your
Too many wooks.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
for those of you who don't know what a wook is, because I just learned about this, I guess like a festival hippie kind of thing.
Perfect.
Deadhead.
It's a
And
being that
oh my,
lives.
Ginger
That's
Root
right.
is probably what like you guys have
Lucky.
created some great characters, but Ginger Root is like my personal like my inner monologue. Like that's like me and Ginger Root are boys. Like we're bros. Like sign me up. I want all Ginger Root all day. Like spin-off series. Let's go.
Really quick about Statfest. How did you guys go about getting those bands together?
I don't know. We just.
We're gonna need
I met you
part
guys.
two
That
for
was
this.
lucky.
I mean, I guess like the concept of Movers was like, it was always just like it starts with an idea. And we're like, all right, how can we make these things happen? But what always stays consistent is the team, and the team got bigger and bigger. So like, even though we brought these ridiculous, crazy ideas into it, like our dynamic and the way we solve problems and the way we work together, like it doesn't matter what it is. Like we'll find a way to make a solution. So it really was just like, let's have a music festival.
I feel like I see a lot of similarities in like the obstacles that we've overcome during the pandemic, because I felt like there was such a consistency happening like right before this all hit, and I've felt for myself, I've been trying to transition into like the digital world and making more digital content. I don't really always feel fulfilled, and sometimes it feels a little bit like forced, or maybe it's something I don't really want to do, or the connection is just lost. Like I feel like for me it's so hard to I just feel like sometimes I'm just doing things I don't want to be doing, and I'm still trying to push this brand, and sometimes it just feels like it just doesn't feel like the same, you
It's
know
like
what I mean?
I have to post something at a certain time for it to matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I
messes
know
with your head.
I noticed you guys have been doing a lot of new different things, trying out new platforms and avenues and things like that to try and keep Movers consistent and keep pushing and keep going and bringing more people in and stuff like that. So what are some of the new things that you've tried out, you know, with this transition that, and you know, you can talk about if they've worked, if they haven't worked, and kind of touch on that a little
I
bit.
think for us too, it's like, it's always looking at like what is that desired result, because I think sometimes we feel this pressure that we need to post all the time or we need to share things, but it's like what's really the point? Like
Right.
people watch it, they, you know, obviously you're growing a following, you have this engagement, but at the end of the day it's like you have to realize like what are we really trying to do here? What are we trying to build? And like the end game for us is like I don't even really want to be on social media. I'd rather have our own platform of people that actually care about what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So like for us, I think it's always been about nurturing the team and the people that we're actually working with and collaborating, and caring less about the exterior world, because the more that we work together, the more things that we can accomplish, like those people will come eventually. Like Staff has happened because of the team that worked together. Like it wasn't so much, yes, we were posting, we were getting it out there, we were telling people about it, but it was about like, you know, just working together, I think. So like a lot of stuff that we do,
about the bands. It was about all those people like buying into this fucking
early
idea.
adopters. If you get the early adopters, there is a tipping point, and when you get to that certain point, that becomes the normal, and the everyday people will jump on. So it's like really
For
just
us,
working
that
with those
happened
people.
that happened the day of Statfest. Like for Statfest, the tipping point was the morning of Statfest,
Mm-hmm.
I
where
think
people
it's-
were like,
it's-
"Oh, what are you doing today?"
It's hard too, like, I know, like, we all had such a momentum. I was about to go on tour with my band, and it's so crazy that a year later, I'm not even in that band.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just so insane. And I know you guys, you know, you were gearing up for your next fucking festival. Like,
Yeah,
and it's just like, holy shit, we just hit this wall. So now we all had to change 111% what we were doing.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys feel about like where we were headed before all of this, but I feel much more comfortable in what we're doing now.
Oh, 100%.
Like when we were we were going for something big.
Feels deeper.
We were going for something
Bigger
big.
More understood.
Bigger picture, yeah.
And
And
we
it was
were
like the
kind of
pressure,
gonna
probably.
be reckless
Yeah.
with it.
You had to do it because now everybody's counting on
Yeah.
you.
Expectation
You
was
had
up
to
here.
throw it in, like no matter
I
what
also
happened.
feel though, like what I
Mm-hmm.
will say is it's a little bit harder sometimes, like doing things that you don't want to do just for like to try and create an income or trying to generate revenue.
Being able to lay low now, like, telling yourself it's okay to lay low right now. I don't have to force myself to post something. I don't have to, you know, force myself to, I can work on this script for 6 months and execute it properly and fine tune it. Like you guys, you know, with the Bachelor, like you were given the opportunity to get 30 people with 10 free days. You know what I'm saying? Like that would not have happened, but that was something that you were able to do like on the low and just like let it speak for itself kind of thing.
Back to the pandemic question, I think related to what Nikki you said about like having to post at a certain time. I think the pandemic gave everyone so much time that you could post at any time during the day and someone would tune in. That's almost how I feel like in the movers community, and why I think we want to fray away from social media is because most of the people that go on social media is just everyday normal people that have the 9 to 5, and you're competing at that 5 to 7 time slot when they're out and on the way home and searching and at night, versus in the movers world you can post pretty much any time during the day, and most of us are pretty much free to be able to consume it. So there's one piece there of recognizing that change, and then I think relating back to everything we just said was now we have time to be able to manage expectations.